Friends, myself Dr. Brijesh Shankarrao Deshmukh. Welcome you all in our today's session. Today we are going to have a detailed discussion about the types of novel. It is 4.1 History of Novel. I request all of you, please go and check out the earlier two parts of History of Novel. Those two parts will help you to come up with the clear understanding of the very lesson. And for the better studies, I am going to have a quick discussion about the earlier two parts before starting the types of novels. So, let's check it out. In our earlier discussion, we have discussed that English literature has got two new forms. That 18th century has gifted two entirely new forms, periodical essay and novel. The discussion about novel, about its definition and all we have done earlier. Novel is the long narrative fiction which describes or shows the experiences of humans. Later on, we have carried the basics or the origins of novel. The word novel has been derived from the Italian word novella, which means new and all. The novel is having 2000 years history, where the Greek romances they has been attracted towards novels in the 2nd and 6th century. We have discussed the well-renowned writers Virgil, Geoffrey Chaucer, Thomas Mellors, how they have carried their own style of writing. They have designed the novels with a combination of prose and poetry. Later, the list of world's, Europe's first novels I have discussed up to a length, and during the 18th century, the novel they started coming into the new developments as the mixture of enthusiasm, passion, imaginary write-ups and all started including into the novels. Later, we have received the detailed examples as we have studied John Bunyan's 2. Tobias Smollett's work, all are from 18th century. Then 19th century's writers list is here in front of you. Their eminent work I have covered through these slides or through the videos. Then we have discussed about the history of immigrant novelists Salman Rushdie to Kazuo Ishiguro. Thereon, we have carried our discussion towards the eminent women novelists, and in the course of time, we came to discuss the scenario of Indian writers. From 1864 to the modern era, we have discussed all the information about writers. Then, the elements of the novel, they helps us to understand the clear concept of the novel. Basically, theme, plot, character, setting, conflict, language. It always remain helpful to clear the concept of the novel which we are going to read or which we are reading. So the theme explains the central idea, plot helps us to understand main plot, subplots, and according to the plots, the story develops. Thereon, the characters. Obviously, characters are the soul of every eminent work, and with the help of characters only, the drama, novel, or so on the work, it flourishes. Setting always plays an important role, as we have discussed in an earlier section that during the 1947, the way Khushwant Singh has narrated partition of India and Pakistan gives us the detailed idea about the weather, about the tension, about the heat during the particular time, gesture, posture of the people, their lifestyle, everything comes under the concept of setting. Then the conflict, it helps us to understand the story, whether the story is now going to take up the peak or the story has come to its end or the story has achieved the defined success or what. Language. Everywhere language remains an important. If a speaker is conscious about the lucid language, then definitely that speaker will achieve the great success in the course of time. So the style of the language always remains an central attraction, or it always remains important in every single work. Now we will have the detailed discussion about the types of novels. As we have received total 11 types into our textbook, we will discuss them one by one in detail with the examples. Here is the handy list. First is realistic novel, picaresque, historical, epistolary, gothic, autobiographical, allegorical, utopian or dystopian, psychological novel, stream of consciousness novel, and the last one we have to discuss is Bilden Grossman novel. So let's check out the very first type of our novel, realistic novel. The title itself gives us information about the type of novel. The novel which describes the facts and files about the society, about the people, that's what known as a realistic novel in a very simple term. Now check out the dictionary meaning of realistic novel. A fictional attempt to give the effect of realism. This sort of novel is sometimes called a novel of manner. A realistic novel can be characterized by its complex characters with mixed motives that are rooted in social, class, and operated according to highly developed social structure. The characters in realistic novel interact with one or each other characters, and they undergoes plausible and everyday experiences. Check this out. Novel, though they gives us sometime realistic, sometime imaginary examples, but somewhere they are interlinked with the life of humans, and that's what the novel always tries to show. If you remember, in our earlier videos of the history of novels discussion, I have uttered a concept that the literature is the true mirror of society, and absolutely that is true. Literature shows us what we are or how the society is and how we are going to move ahead in our future time. So, few are the examples of realistic novel are here as 13 Reasons Why by J. Usher, Looking for Alaska, which is written by John Green. The next type is picaresque novel. The concept picaresque has been derived from the Spanish word picaro. It means a rough. Usually, there remains an autobiographical chronicles. Chronicles, a sequence of the story of a rascals, those travels and describes their adventures as he or she makes his or her way through the world more by wits than industry. In a simple way, in a picaresque novel, the main leading character is known as a rough person or a humorous character which makes fun of their own people, of the own society. So they are well known as a picaresque novel. They remains in an episodic forms or with a loose structure. Usually they comes up with a first person narration, and the example of picaresque novel are Cervantes' Don Quixote, which is written in 1605, the first modern European novel. Then Daniel Defoe's Robinson Crusoe and Moll Flanders. All are lacked in character development, advanced the narrative side. Next, we are having with us historical novel. The novels that reconstructs a past age, often when two cultures are in conflict. Fictional characters interact with historical figures in actual events. And the example, Sir Walter Scott's 1771s or to 1832s, the father of the historical novel, is well renowned in the field of type. Next, the Waverley novels written in 1814 to 1819, then Yvonne Vui 1819, evokes the atmosphere of vanished era. Simply speaking, historical novels, they gives us information about the past era, about the history, about the culture, as our India is having a rich culture and the long history of developments. We can take an example of Chhatrapati Shri Shivaji Maharaj to present era. India, as I have said, the country with number of the or enormous history. So, time to time, the writers, they are noting down the details of specific period for the upcoming readers. Those are known as historical novel. The next we are having with us, that is epistolary novel. This type of novel in which the narratives are told in letter forms by one or more of the characters. In a type, authors, they can narrate the experience of the different people with its own narration or by including own point of view of narration, as it allows multiple points of views, and they are known as a psychological novels. Basically epistolary novels where the author finds out or he describes the information in the form of letters. Simply, the author reads out the earlier written letters and he or she, the author includes their own point of view while describing those novels. For example, in a time, Romeo Juliet had conversation with the help of letters. Those letters later on has been published by a writer where the writer has got total freedom to use own point of view to narrate the discussion which took place in between Romeo and Juliet in their time. From the 16th and 17th century, we have few examples as Samuel Richardson, Pamela and Clarissa are the best examples of historical novel. Next, Gothic novels. The word Gothic itself gives us information about what type of novel it is. This type of novels, they comes with magic, mystery, horror, suspense, deep dark motions, or the darkness of life has been covered in the very type. They are quite with exhaustive setting as medieval or oriental, etc. Medieval or oriental means they gives us information about the past time, about the people, what had happened with them, or it describes the dark pain of the people. For example, Horace Walpole's Castle of Otranto, then Guise of a translated lost manuscript on the day of wedding, fantastic romance, and so on are the best examples of Gothic novel. Next is an autobiographical novel. Basically, autobiographical means a novel which is based on the life of the author, where author they describes their own life experiences by themselves are known as an autobiographical. And the examples of autobiographical novel are Charles Dickens's David Copperfield, then D.H. Lawrence's Sons and Lovers, and so on. Biographical type or the biographical novel where a third person describes someone else's life is known as a biographical. Or in a simple way, if we have to coin the concept of biography, means writing about the information of someone. For example, if me, Dr. Brijesh, is writing someone's information from his own point of view is known as a biographical. And if I am writing my own information, so that is autobiographical. Okay? So let's carry the next type of the novel is allegorical novel. An allegory is a story with two levels of meanings, that is surface and symbolical. The symbolical meaning of an allegory can be political, religious, historical, or philosophical. For example, John Bunyan's Pilgrim's Progress, William Golding's The Lord of the Flies, Edmund Spenser's The Faerie Queene, and all. Let's have a glance about Edmund Spenser's The Faerie Queene. In the very novel, he has explained the theme of politics. He has explained in a very detail the time period of 17th and 18th century, how the people were and what was the lifestyle, and he has used the figures Faerie Queene. The title gives us information that the queen, which is very beautiful, and how the story unfolds around the main character symbolically, how the story unfolds with the presence of Faerie Queene all the time has been narrated in a well manner in an Edmund Spenser's novel. Next is utopian or dystopian novel. Utopian is a community or society possessing highly desirable or perfect qualities. It is a common literary theme, especially in speculative fiction and science fiction. Sometimes it comes with imaginary and with the fiction too. And the examples of utopian or dystopian novels are Utopia by Thomas Murray, then Robinson Crusoe, Daniel Defoe, and Gulliver's Travel by Jonathan Swift. Gulliver's Travels, the novel, gives us information about a giant man comes into the society of dwarf, where supernatural things has been noticed along with the conflicts of weather, nature, and how the life moves ahead of the giant man with the dwarfs has been well or nicely narrated into the novel of Jonathan Swift's Gulliver's Travel. Must check out. There is a movie also on the same, Jajantar Mantar. Must check it out, so it will help you to understand what's utopian or dystopian novel. Then the next, stream of conscious novel or a psychological novel. The type of novel deals with the psychology of human. They describes the point of view, the conflicts, those are taking place in the minds of readers, writers, and so on, are known as a stream of consciousness. And the technical definition, psychological novels are the works of fiction that treat the internal life of the protagonist or several or all characters as much as, in quote, if not more than, the external forces that makes up the plot. The phrase stream of consciousness was coined by William James in his Principle of Psychology in 1890 to describe the flow of thought of the waking mind. Simply, stream of consciousness novels, they simply narrates the psychological condition of the person. And the example of it, Virginia Woolf To the Lighthouse, Mrs. Dalloway's James Joyce, Ulysses, and D.S. Lawrence, Sons and Lovers. Next, stream of consciousness novel, which we are discussing right now, up to a detailed length, they does the narration that mimics the ebb and flow of thoughts of the waking mind, uninhibited by grammar, syntax, or logical transitions. It means they are free from all the grammatical constructions where the sentence pattern or the sequence can be break, or writer is not bothered with the logical transactions. Also, it is a mixture of all the levels of awareness, sensations, thoughts, memories, associations, reflections, and they emphasize on how something is perceived rather than on what is perceived. It means what we are going to achieve more than that, what we have, according to that, moving ahead, trying to develop oneself, is known as a consciousness novel or stream of consciousness. And the examples: James Joyce, Dorothy Richardson's, Virginia Woolf, Thomas Wolfe, William Faulkner's novels. Okay. Now the last types of novel is Bildungsroman novel. It's a German term that indicates a growth. This fictional autobiographical concern with the development of the protagonist's mind, spirit, and characters from the childhood to adulthood. They narrates the life of people from day one of their birth to their course of the time. And the example of Bildungsroman novels are Jane Eyre's Charlotte Bronte, David Copperfield's Charles Dickens, then The Magic Mountain by Thomas Mann, and all. Now, before going to wind up this session, I would like to introduce you few basic things which you need to keep in your mind while studying the very lesson 4.1 history of the novel. You should remember the era and try your level best to recall the names of the writers from the particular era. Like the story or the history of novel has unfolded in front of us from 16th century onwards. Gulliver Travels novel comes up from the 18th century. This was just an example. So on, according to era wise, if you do the study of the very lesson, then definitely there won't be any room for the doubt, or you won't have to lose any single mark in your board exam. Go with the periods of the writers, little bit pay attention towards the work, but with detailed attention do study the Western Indian author. After that, must check it out in detail of the women novelists. Those women novelists has written the great renowned work. For example, Charlotte Bronte to Mary Shelley are from the 17th, 18th century writers. Then 19th century has unfolded here in front of you, Harper Lee to George Eliot and so. 20th century writers list was there in front of you, Margaret Atwood, Alice Walker. Then the first Indian novel, Rajmohan's Wife. These kind of basic things you need to remember to get the best score. The very lesson has covered near about 8 marks in your board exam. You will have questions of 8 marks from this very lesson. Okay, so must check it out, every single section with 100% dedication. The pillars of Indian English literature, renowned recent writers, you need to recall. Thereafter, the elements of the novels. Must remember the basic concept of theme, plot, characters, setting, conflict, and the language or the style which has been used into the language, or all those elements has been interlinked or used in the very novel. You need to remember whatever novels you have received, or 4.2, 4.3, 4.2, how those dramas and novels, they are designed with the theme, plot, character, setting, conflict, language. From all this perspective, you have to study them. Okay, so more than 8 marks, this very topic is going to carry the score. Thereafter, the types of novels. In your board exam, you may be asked to elaborate the concept of any Gothic novel or historical, realistic, utopian, psychological, stream of consciousness, building Grossman novels and all. So you should explain them properly with a single example so you can get a good score. You will have these concepts for 2 on 2 marks. You will get a question for 2 marks to elaborate a concept of any either elements of the novel or types of the novel. Okay, so don't forget to give an example whenever is possible. It is not something like that. You need to come up with the examples which I have given through this explanation. You can give an appropriate example of your choice from your own collection, but it should be authentic. It should be from the prescribed era or so. So by recalling all those things, you can get the best score in your upcoming board exam. So I, Dr. Brijesh Shankarrao Deshmukh, is now taking your leave and wish you best luck for your bright future. If you have any doubt or any question, you can comment me on my comment box. To get such a videos or to remain update in the course of time with up-to-date knowledge, you can subscribe my channel to get the notifications of the links. Thank you and see you next time into the next new session or next new video. Have a good day.